did what I did recently is I did spring cleaning at my house. I cleared all the rooms at kitchen and the backyard of my house. I cleaned all the old stuff and all the misused items at my house, and I do it together with my wife and my kids, and we enjoy the time doing that together. So I shall pass to the next person, maybe Tailun.
Hi, thank you, Sasmil. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Tailun. I'm also the VPPR of this club. Wow, I have been preparing myself physically as well as mentally lately for my upcoming hike, which is the Sarawak's most pinnacles. I understand that's not going to be the easiest hike or any other day hike. So what I've been doing in this past few weeks was that I have been training myself to improve my stamina. So what I've been having this routine of alternating between swimming as well as running. Well, I think that's all for me. Let's finger crossed that I can survive the audio next week. Thank you. Back to you, Sasmil.
You can pass to other person, Tailun.
All right, let's see who is the lucky ones in the physical space. May I call on Derry? Because Derry would like to share with us what you did recently or what you have been doing recently.
Derry is in physical, right?
Yeah, Derry is
okay.
in the physical meeting.
So Derry, you can introduce yourself and share what are the things that you did recently to us. Yeah, you can come in front.
What I've done recently.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm Derry. Hello, everyone. What have I done recently? I joined Toastmaster recently. Yes. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm Derry from Setialang.
Okay, we shall pass to the next person, maybe our guest, Dalina Alphonse. Can we have Dalina Alphonse? You can introduce yourself and share with us what you did recently.
Hi, I'm Dalina here from Klang. Okay, recently, obviously I joined Toastmaster today as a guest. But recently I've been reading a book called Blink. It's about how people make decisions within a blink. It's something related to psychology lah. Yep, that's what I'm up to recently. That's all for me.
Okay, thank you. And then can we have Toastmasters Nur Lohanis? Hi. Just introduce yourself and share what are the things you did recently.
Okay, thank you. Just call me Nis. I have a difficult name to pronounce. Is okay. Normal. All right. Recently, I can say that I took care of my son. Actually, he met with an accident, a motorcycle accident, and this is not our first time. And interesting is that every time he met with an accident, I get the chances to actually apply on my biology knowledge on how to do the dressing, what should he take for past recovery, and I always look things on positive sides, even is considered a bad thing to happen. But for me, it is something that must be something that there is a good side on the bad events. That's all from me.
Great.
I would like to.
Yeah.
Can I choose Susai? Toastmaster Susai Selvanathan.
Hi, thank you, Nis. Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Susai. Something that I did recently is I went to watch sunset last weekend with my wife. So yeah, I think that's something that I need to fulfill for my wife. So yes, sunset on a Saturday evening. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Susai. Maybe we have last person from the physical venue. Can we have Edward? Is Edward there? No.
Hi, I'm actually
Oh,
not in the
okay.
physical
Edward is
venue.
not lah. Okay, okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Edward. I'm currently working as an engineer, and I am from Summit Toastmasters. So, to answer your question, what did I do recently? I drove home from Port Klang to my house in PJ, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Edward. Okay. Finish off the icebreaker session. So before we start, let me brief you the house rules. The Zoom Master, can you play the slide? Okay. Next, please. Okay, I hope everyone can put your phone on silent mode, and please make sure that you turn off your microphone all the time, unless if you're speaking. And for online attendees, pin the video of the timer when you speak. Next. The word of the day is perseverance. The meaning of the perseverance is persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. And the example is very special. The example is very special. Despite taking a challenging role as the VPE, Natalie perseveres to ensure she does her best. Okay. So without further ado, I shall pass the control over to our president, NG Chan. Over to you, NG.
NG, I think you are on mute.
Sorry.
Okay, can hear you.
Okay, am I audible now? Am I audible now?
Yes, can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to our meeting for our special guest in our Zoom first. Please. We have our GE from Bukit Sedang, Choi Kong Ying. DTA Sose from Personal Development Toastmaster Club. Edward from Sunway Toastmaster. Guest from the online. Dalina, Tosama, Andy, welcome. And our physical cast, Ellen, Lee, and Stanley. Welcome. So our theme of the meeting is the magic of believing. It is important that we are believing in ourselves. It makes us confidence when we do something, whatever we do, in work, in family, or with friends. For example, why I become a Toastmaster is because I want to be confident in myself. How was it? I have to believe to myself. I have a story to tell why I become a Toastmaster. Since I was 2 years back, I have promoted to be something similar like management work that is for first time for me to handle it. And I go to a new place. In a week, I still can manage to do my things. And after a week, one of the colleagues from there told me that, Angie, I found out you are not suitable to do in our workplace in clinic. I think it's better you go back to your hospital place to work. I disagree with her because it's only a week that it's hard to say that I can't do it. And by that, I make a firm that I need to believe to myself that I can do it. Without that, I can't continue until now I'm still in a clinic. That means I need to believe myself I can do it. You have to be confident what you are doing. Then you can move on. It doesn't mean people told you that you can't do it. That means you cannot. It's that you need to believe that yourself, you still can make it. Make yourself confident and stand up and do what you can. So I would like to pass back. Before pass back, I will try to remember to use the previous word of the day. It's important. That's what I'm doing today. Until now, I'm still in clinic and work. Even though it's not a same clinic, it's a different clinic, but I'm still in the clinic section. So I will pass back to our TME, Hui Chi. Thank you. By the way, I want to start the meeting with. Yeah, I want to officially to make our meeting done. Okay, yeah.
Thank you very much, our president for opening this. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club meeting 412. My name is Hui Chi, and it's my pleasure to be your Toastmasters of the evening. I strongly believe that all of you attend this meeting is not to see me, right? What yes. It's all of you. Oh, very sweet mouth today. The reason that we are gathering here is because of this gentleman. His name is Ralph C. Smedley. He saw the needs of young men who require to acquire speaking skills, the skills to organize the meeting and form some events. From that point onwards, he chartered Toastmasters International in the year 1924, October 22nd. Toastmasters International mission is to empower individuals to become more effective speakers and leaders. That is the history of Toastmasters International. Moving forward to now, the history of Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club. I want to test the members here. We are chartered on which day? Anyone knows about it? Anyone? 2000 something. 5. Wow, well done, Preston. Yes, you're right, Angie. We are chartered on 2nd November 2005, which means we are turning 18 years old soon. We are going to be an adult soon. And why do we put our name as Klang Bilingual? And maybe some of you might be wondering also. Usually our club meeting is only English. Where does this bilingual come from? Actually, it was Mandarin long time ago when it was just chartered. It was English and Mandarin. And fast forward to today, we only have English. So for other people who doesn't know how to speak Mandarin, don't worry, we are on the same hands. So you are in an English crowd. And the strength of our club is, for the information of our guests, the strength of our club, I personally felt that is we have a very supportive group. We support each other for our better self. And of course, at the same time, we'll assign dedicated mentors just for you to share their experience with you so that you can expedite your learning goals that you wish to achieve in your Toastmasters journey. And not only having a supportive mentor, when you're part of Toastmasters, it means that you are part of the big family of 280,000 members worldwide in 144 countries with 14,700 clubs. I hope the numbers give you some inspiration that, wow, you will be in this big organization if you're part of Toastmasters International. All right, that's all about the history of Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club. And there are 11 pathways, which means some assignments for the members to do so that it can help us in our speaking skill. And there are 11 pathways. There are some like presentation mastery, which will help you in your presentation skill, or dynamic leadership, if you want to become a dynamic leader like Angie. I'm not sure which path you are taking. You can say fantastic, we are on the right path. So you can train your leadership skill through dynamic leadership path. And for today, we have few members to deliver their speeches, and I'd like to invite our Zoom master to share our members' education track. We have two members from our club who will deliver their speeches. The first one is Toastmaster Mark, and the second one is Toastmaster Nicholas. And the third speaker is from Fast and Furious Toastmaster Club, whereby I will introduce them one by one later on. Thank you, Mr. All right, for today, you might be wondering for the new guests, what is coming up? Of course, it's not me going to speak all the way till the end of the meeting. We have 3 sessions for a normal regular meeting. The first session is impromptu speech session, whereby we call them table topic session. It trains our quick thinking skill, whereby there will be a person who will give a topic to the speaker. You can volunteer yourself up to the stage, digest the topic, and deliver the speech around the topic for 2 minutes. That's to train our quick thinking skill. And second session is prepared speech session. You might be wondering, why do we need this prepared speech session? Right, for the members, you know why you want to do it? Because of mentor force. Or very a bit, not sure yet. Mentor haven't forced you yet. So the reason that we are having prepared speech is because it is to train our organization skill, to organize and structure our speech to present to our boss or even to our customers to get that sales or that deal closed. So that's the benefit of having the prepared speech session. And of course, moving on to the third session, which is the evaluation session. In this session, there will be a group of experienced speakers who evaluate the speakers to give them on their feedback how to improve further on their speeches, and of course, their strength of the speeches. Right, that's the flow for today. And as our president Angie mentioned, the theme for today is the magic of believing. Any of you have read the book James? I haven't said anything. Thank you so much. Anyone of you read the book Atomic Habit from James Clear? Anyone? Our Ken here, and Natalie looks short at Ken. I just changed his name, right? So fantastic. There's one particular idea that I love from this book. The idea is believe in the identity that you wish to have. If you want to change the habit, believe in the identity. For example, if a smoker wants to quit smoking, that person must have to believe that he or she is not a smoker. So what's the identity you want to believe in yourself? Have to believe that you have that imaginary identity, because eventually you become that person you want to be. With that, I would like to invite our role players today to introduce their roles to us. Without them, this meeting is not going to be successful. First of all, I would like to invite our counter, who was previously on the agenda is Toastmaster Norman, but it's going to change to Toastmaster Derry in the physical side. Over to you, Derry.
Hello, good evening, fellow Toastmaster. I'm Derry. I'm the R-coder for today. The purpose of the R-coder is to note unnecessary words and sound that are used as a crutch or pulse filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen and count for words or phrase that may be used properly or necessarily, such as and, well, but, so, and you know. Sounds may include R, and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as I, or explain this means. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our Toastmaster Derry. Next up, we have Timer from the agenda, who is Toastmaster MJ. But I'm going to change to Toastmaster Vanessa, who is on physical side. I'd like to invite Vanessa to explain on her role.
Okay, good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. As a timer, I will monitor and keep track of the time throughout the meeting. I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using green, yellow, and red cards. For speaker in the physical meeting, please notice this area because I'll be holding the cards here. Okay, and for the speakers online, you can take note on the Zoom because I will be showing the time over there too. Hence, fellow members and guests, you are urged to deliver your speech within the stipulated time frame, and I shall give my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Toastmaster Derry and Toastmaster Vanessa for stepping in to pick up the role. Now I'd like to invite Toastmaster Edward, competent communicator, competent leader from Sunway Toastmasters Club, to explain his role. Over to you, Toastmaster Edward, as the graduate.
Thank you, Toastmasters evening. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper use of the language and as well as any outstanding words, saying, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it's my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day today was introduced earlier, but I'll reintroduce it once more. The word of the day is perseverance. The definition of this word is persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving a success. An example is, despite taking a challenging role as the VP, Natalie perseveres to ensure that she does her best. You are encouraged to use the word a day as frequent as possible, and I'll take note of how many times this word has been used. And prior to the conclusion of the meeting, I shall give my report and the total number of times the word a day has been used. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you very much to Edward for your perseverance in attending this meeting despite a busy schedule. I'll now like to invite our general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Tree, who is online, to explain on her role. Over to you, DTM Tree.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the evening, Hui Chi. Nice to see you again virtually and also see a few friends here, Evan, Angie, all of you. My role tonight is to first enjoy myself in this meeting. In that context, I will also observe the meeting all the way through to see what been done well, as well as things that I see may help the meeting to go better, and as well as also will give some feedback for each of the role players. I would also invite the evaluators, both the speech and technical evaluators, to present their report too. They will be supporting me throughout the evaluation sessions. Back to you, Hui Chi.
Thank you very much, our distinguished Toastmaster Tree. Now, let us begin the first session. This is the most exciting session. We call it table topic session, which is also equivalent to impromptu speech. Before I invite the table topic master, I would like to introduce him a little bit. Since the meeting theme today is magic of belief, he believes in a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. As you can assure, you can see it through his session. And just a gentle reminder to all the speakers, please look at our beautiful timer and make sure you speak within the stipulated time. With that, let us put our hands together to welcome her.
Thank you, Richie. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow guests. You may wonder why I look here today, because our meeting invite me from not from another country, but from another universe. My name is Ken from Barbie Land. So yeah, so that's the reason I'm good here. So nothing to worry about. Okay, the next section will be the most interesting session of tonight. The reason is you will know why. All right. Okay, first, let me introduce. It's called table topic, or sometimes it's known as impromptu speaking. And why it is beneficial not only for the physical audience, but the online audience is this. In case if there's a day happen where you forget your wife's birthday or anniversary, and your wife confront you, honey, today is my birthday. Why you didn't wish me? And you lost your word. Or you see a beautiful woman or a guy in LRT station, and you got 3 minutes to approach them and you don't know what to say. Or even you stuck with your boss in a lift, and your boss looking at you, you need to say something more than a hello, and you don't know what to say. If you can relate to this scenario, this session is for you. The reason is this session, you are encouraged to impromptu speaking, and it is like a quick thinking skill. So technically, you will be practicing the quick thinking skill. And so without further ado, let me go to the session. Usually, the session will be, a topic will be given to you, and you need to speak about the topic impromptu. But right now, it will be a bit different. This time, I did a bit different, where instead of words, I've given a photo, a picture, and you're going to speak based on the picture. And the table topic speech is fairly short. So the speech will be between 1 to 2 minutes. So at time I need the assistant to flash the card. So at 1 minute, there will be a green light will be flashed. For online audience, there will be a timer there. You can see that green card or light will be flashed. For 1 minute 30 seconds, a hello light or card will be flashed. And for red, it's 2 minutes, red card will be flashed. And once you see the red light, you got 30 minutes to wrap up your speech. Without further ado, let's enter to the speech for table topic speech. Let's start with the online audience first. Let's warm up. Online physical audience, warm up yourself first. And any volunteer want to start first for online audience? Okay, we go with Banu. Use Zoom Master, just present my slide. All right, Banu, there is 6 topics are there. Choose between 1 to 6.
Number 1.
Number 1. Zoom Master. Okay. So this is your picture. So you need to talk about it. Okay, the stage is yours whenever you're ready. Over to you, Banu.
A very good evening, my dear fellow Toastmaster. When I first look at this picture, I was really thinking to talk about the normal thing that everyone will think about, a family. So you have the husband, and you have the wife, and you have the son or a child. So basically that picture shows us that. And after that, suddenly my mind has another version of family, because right now we are talking about a lot of things about LGBT and things like that. And I think a lot of time there's a lot of discussion about diversity and inclusion and things like that, where there's another kind of acceptance in terms of social acceptance, as well as also accepting the community for them to be diverse in the sense that LGBT is being accepted. So in that arena, I do see a lot of sitcoms where it could be like the parents could be both males, I mean, male in the sense that, you know, they're playing a mother and father role, and they have a child, they actually adopt a child. So that kind of family has already been accepted in terms of, you know, overall in general. So my kind of family that I'm thinking about is more on the traditional side, where we have the father, mother, and predominantly also you know, the LGBT, where, you know, there's also marriage happening within the same gender, and they are playing the role of father and mother, and also they're adopting children. Yeah, just wanted to share, you know, those thinking along that line. So the family setup is no longer the traditional setup, so it can be in various forms, as long as being accepted individually or by the society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Banu. It was a great impromptu speech. And all the pictures that in the slide, right, is correlated with the theme. And in fact, the picture which is shows like family, right? It's like two people believe that they can raise another child. So that is the reason they actually getting a baby and growing the baby. All right. So since we did with online, now we go with the physical guest who want to actually participate. All right, Youngshan, come over here.
It has been a long time I didn't attend a Toastmaster meeting.
Right.
Yeah, so I think I need to volunteer myself. I think I choose number 2.
Number 2. All right. Now the picture is clear. And
Okay, when I first look at these pictures, okay, the message is very clear. One, on the left-hand side is actually I can't, and the pictures is based on a heart. Okay, maybe my heart thinks that I can't. And on the right-hand side is actually no, I can. So from this picture, I very quickly link up to the current situations of the challenge that I have been taking out. Whoever know me in the previous 1 year, I was taking a career break after I took off from a research and development role. So when I entered my career break, I started looking for a job. During that time, there are a few types of job that I can have the options of. So I'm not sure whether you all heard about this or not. Whenever you want to change your job, okay, we actually have 2 legs. Either you change the role, or either you maintain the role but you change the industry. So for me, I take the most challenging one. I change the role and I change the industry as well. So right now I'm totally in a very new environment, and I'm switching from the research and development role to the manufacturing to the production role. In the very beginnings, when I go from the research background, chemical background, to the engineering background with manufacturing industry, I tell myself and I experience myself, I can't really go through the journey, because it's like whatever the previous experience that you have, you can't apply in this industry, and you need to start from the scratch. But the current environment does not allow you to start from the scratch. So I have been struggling for many months. But every time when I want to give up, I tell myself, no, I believe I can, because this is the option I take. I need to be taking responsibility for whatever the options I can. And here I tell myself I need to deliver my perseverance and resilience skill to become a better self of myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Youngshan. Ishan, it was a great speech. So what we can learn from the speech is you have to believe yourself and take a leap of the faith, and it will turn out to be okay. And let's look for the online audience. Is there any volunteer for the next table topic? Hello. No. Anyone there? All right. Okay. We try with physical audience first. Okay. Sure, can. All right. Let's pick a topic first. And you must 3. Number 3. This is the picture. The stage is yours. Thank you.
This picture talks about giving birth, nurturing new life. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to share a bit more about my dad. My dad used to work night shift. So basically, growing up, I don't see my dad until it's the weekend. Why? Because morning when I go to school, my dad goes to school. By the time I go to sleep, my dad is still working. So growing up, I told myself, when I'm going to be a father, there will be 3 things that I will need to do for myself. Number 1, to be present. As in, I need to see my plant grow. I need to see my baby grow. Taking the first step, saying the first word, which was Dada. And always being there for him, whether sad, or smiling. That was my first role. Second role was to be teaching him to grow healthily. In what sense? In good manners. In using words like thank you and please daddy or mommy. And once he has done that, to give us a hug and say, thank you, mommy, thank you, daddy, for helping me. Thirdly, will be cultivating his interest. I spend a lot of money in buying him Duplo sets, buying him Lego sets, buying him color pencils for him to draw, stacks and stacks of paper. Remember, my first role was to be present with him. So in order for him to grow, ladies and gentlemen, you have to give a lot of love. A lot of love. Which is why right now my son speaks well. He is very well-mannered, not only at home, but in the kindergarten. But most importantly, he's appreciative of his parents and his grandparents for loving him. And every time he says, please, thank you, and with a hug. And with that, thank you so much.
Thank you for our third speaker. Now let's look for online audience. We teach for online audience again. And Darlina, are you there? Maybe do you want to try for the next round?
No, I'm a guest today. I'm not prepared. Can I just watch?
This one is impromptu speaking, so you don't have to prepare necessarily. You just speak as you can, as you want actually. Is it okay? You want to give a try?
Okay, yeah, okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, that's right. Okay, number 1, 2, and 3 is taken. So remaining is 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, just go for the 4.
Okay, go for the 4. Okay, Jalina, the stage is yours. So you can start to speak when you're ready.
Okay. Okay, I see this image. like a girl speaking to a bunch of audience. It reminds me of a TED Talk or even something like Toastmaster. It also reminds me about myself. Like the reason why I joined Toastmaster today is to actually improve my public speaking skills. Yeah, that's all for now. I hope I'll improve more. I can speak better in future. Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Dalina, for trying. Sure, you can do better. And in fact, when I first started, I was equally same. It was nerve-wracking for me to even do a speech or even to come out. So you did take the first step. No worries, you will be one day you will be in the stage doing a speech. So let's no more, is it? All right. Okay, with this, I will end the session. I will pass the control to. Okay, Timer, can we try? Yeah, sure. One more. Yeah. Have the slide.
What selection do I have?
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
I'll take the 5.
All right. Okay, open the 5. This is the picture. The stage is your talent.
And 8.
Oh.
Am I live now?
Yeah.
You may start.
Can you see us?
Yeah.
Oh, and 8. Okay. Can I see myself?
Yes.
Can you zoom in? Hi, good evening. Thank you for agenda of this program. I kind of like it. And what is your name again? Yes, thank you, Surin, for this program. I kind of enjoy it. I was skeptical at first because this is my first time here, and also as a guest, physical guest. Oh, and word of the day today is perseverance. And that's interesting. And with the picture of an egg in the slide, that is even more interesting. Add the topic more interesting. I always been to a cinema watching movie when I have a free time. Normally I go to TGV cinema when I have a free time because I love watching movies. And movie make me more relaxed, more fulfilling my mind when I doubts and I have nothing, when I have no direction in life. It's more like life is a movie. For me, it's like life is a drama because every day watch a movie, and from every movie I watch, I learn a lot. The movie I watched recently is Puss in Boots, where there is the egg, where he have a friend named with an egg, is the Humpty Dumpty. So it's not easy to make a friend with it. Not easy to make a friend first, but with perseverance, with all this continuous effort, I believe they can make possibility in every life journey in the end. I guess that is how my life, that is how my I summarize the story. So in story short, thank you so much. Sorry, I'm not really so well because this is my first time. Yeah. Nice outfit, by the way. I kind of like the costume. It inspired me.
Yeah. First impression. Thank you, Alan, for the wonderful speech. Most of you might wonder what an egg has to do with our theme, right? If you guys don't know, our theme is the magic of believing. It is not an ordinary egg. That egg, right, is a picture with highest number of light. 60 million likes and is actually second in the world ranking with the highest number of likes. And it's all start with the belief that the author put the picture with the belief that if you want to create it with highest number of like, and it is. So it's just not an ordinary egg. So just like it is, perhaps we can say a golden egg. Without further ado, I will hand over the control to our Toastmaster of the evening, Koichi.
Thank you very much, Creative Ken, aka Toastmaster Ren. We have heard 5 speakers just now, and is our Zoom master ready for polling so that we can vote for our favorite impromptu speech speaker. Yes, best. If you think that person is the best speaker, then you vote for him or her. Most like. You can scan the magic QR code here or key the magic number. I'll give you a bit of time to vote. Might be a tough vote because we have 5 speakers today. You can vote for yourself if you want to. The magic of believing that you're best speaker. No problem. We don't know who we will vote for. Yeah, it's anonymous. So, but of course, feel it. Who do you think is the best speaker? Your favorite speaker just now? I believe most of you have done your voting. Yes. Now I'd like to invite our table topics evaluator, distinguished Toastmasters, to stay to evaluate the 5 speakers just now. I can see Sute is ever ready. Over to you, Sute.
Thank you, Huichi, and a very good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. And that was a very interesting table topic session, and my compliments to Mr. Ken from the Barbie Land. Well done, well organized, interesting topics, and I like the way you conducted it. Well done, Suren. And for the introduction, I'm just going to evaluate the 5 speakers based on 1 good point and 1 point of improvement, in my humble opinion. Thanks for giving the opportunity. We will start with Banu. Banu, I loved how you started. You explained the traditional way and you started talking about contrary. I like the words that you used: inclusion, diversity, social acceptance. These are powerful words, and I like how you linked it and you concluded on your standpoint on the picture. Well done on that. Very quick thinking. All the best to you. 1 point of improvement that I may suggest. You see, as we give things like diversity, inclusion, these are powerful words, and you went saying that things like that. What are the things like that? You know, when powerful words followed by some confusing gray area words may not appear powerful. So as you practice talking and talking, then you will be on very witty thinking, and we will avoid the gray areas like things like that, maybe like this, so we can start avoiding that. Well done to you, Banu. Speaker number 2, Yongshan, I loved how you took your time to look at the picture, almost about 10-15 seconds. You started off well. And I loved the most when you spoke about your legs. You used them as your prop. 1 leg representing a role, another leg representing an industry, and how you changed it through your legs. Well done on that. It was a visual trait. 1 point of improvement. Yongshan, you are a good speaker, but as you're talking, your hands went like almost 9 times I counted. At the end of the last 30 seconds, your hands were here. And as soon as this tip of the fingers touch, it started doing this. That could be a little distracting when a good speaker like you speaking. So just avoid that and you will own the stage very soon. Number 3. Hello, David, my friend. How are you? A good beginning. I loved how you immediately start with giving birth, nurture, and new life. Good beginning. But what I loved the most about your presentation today, at one part, you mentioned sat, and you immediately realized you changed your action to sat. And that's a sign of a good speaker. You know what's going wrong. You immediately change your gesture so that to add the impact. Well done on the quick thinking. 1 point of improvement. David, you started off with 3 important points about the picture: giving birth, nurture, and also new life. And you went on saying another 3 about Aiden, present, grow healthy, and cultivate interest. And how does this relate to each other? Because when you start with the 3 powerful words, the audience will start thinking, okay, how the relation coming in? Maybe because of the time, next time, if you can connect those words with your action as a father, that would be very powerful. And send my regards to Aiden. Next, Toastmaster Dalina, well done. You don't want to take up this challenge. Suren influenced you and you took up the challenge. Well done. It was less than 30 seconds, but you started off the journey. I compliment that courage. All the best. Keep talking. Keep taking up challenges, and I'm sure you're going to rock very soon in Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club. And last but not least, Alan. Alan, I'm not so sure if this is your first time speaking, because you started like a pro. You stood, you observed the picture, you took your time. Hey, am I visible here? Is this the camera? Am I ready? Hey, can you zoom in, please? Very good. Actually, you're taking time to set the pace. Well done on that, and that's a sign of a good speaker. Don't worry. Alan, 1 point of improvement. As you're talking, remember your hands are just going front, crossing, and that could be little disrupting while you're speaking. Why? Because when you let your hands loose, your body becomes flexible and you can speak freely. And I also noticed, as much as you avoid crossing your hands, when your hands went like this, you started doing this. That's a sign of nervousness. It's okay, but use this as the strength. You can point out this, you can point out this, use that as the strength. And I even like when you commented on Suren's outfit today, that doesn't look like you were nervous. So let yourself free. I'm sure you will do it well, even better next time. With that, all the 5 speakers, Banu, Yonshan, David, Dalina, and also Alan, thanks for letting us know something today. Thanks for helping us to think about something today. And thanks for inspiring. Keep rocking. And back to you, Toastmaster Huichi.
Thank you very much. The practical and pragmatic evaluation from distinguished Toastmasters today. Now is our photo time. You look a bit impressed. For the physical, people, please come forward so that we can take a group photo here. And for our online friends, please switch on your video to show us your beautiful and handsome face. I thought usually you do have to carry the banner. Center.
President. Who's that? President.
Okay, something trust me, I've been informed. Okay, Jasmine, later you take like online, right? Jasmine?
Yes.
Yeah. And everyone is in the picture, at least the face. Ready? 1, 2. Okay, Natalie, yours turn. Come. No. At least 1 or 2. My
taking the space. It's not bad.
yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Please out.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, okay, I take for online and for the physical venue.
All right.
But in physical venue cannot fit all. Is it okay? Okay, never mind, never mind.
Cannot see the face. Come. Oh, I.
You want to see your face? Here got one.
Okay, okay. Yes, can fit all. All right, everyone. 1, 2, 3, smile. Wait, yeah. Wait. Wait, one more. 1, 2, 3, freestyle. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to our photo master. Now is our break time. We'll have 5 minutes break time. What time should we come back here? We come back at 8. We'll come back here at 8:35. We have some light refreshment there, and our washroom is on my left hand side here. And so see you back here.
Okay. It's already 8:35. Welcome back, everyone. And I shall pass the control over back to Toastmaster of the evening, Hui Chi.
Hands up. Anna is back. Thank you, Shakespeare, for let's begin our second half of the session. We have exciting prepared speech session today. Our first speaker for today is Farhan. I hope he's ready online. He'll deliver his presentation, Mastery Level 1, Project 2, Write a Speech with Purpose. For the information to our guests, the speech objective and notes to the evaluator is in the agenda. So all of us are doing our prepared speech based on the speech objective. You may refer to the agenda. Farhan believes in hard work can be very fruitful. When I asked him about his introduction, he's very humble. He said he doesn't have any specialty. Just listen to him as Farhan will talk about his kids. His evaluator is Presentation Mastery 1, Banu, and his speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Let's put our hand to welcome Farhan.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, and good evening.
Sorry, I haven't finished yet.
Oh, okay. I overexcited.
Adam Yusuf, Farhan, over to you.
Oh. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, and good evening, everyone. I'm praying that we are in good health so we can go for our remaining days. Today, I will be going to tell a story about my kid. This is my firstborn kid. His name is Muhammad Adam Yusuf. We normally usually call him Yusuf or Ucup, depending on his attitude, which is bad or good. If good, we call him Ucup, nickname or manja name. So when his attitude is good, Ucup, what do you want to eat for today? Chop, let's go play at outside. Chop, let's sleep together, like that. And if his attitude is not okay, the sound will be different. Its full name, no nickname. Muhammad Adam Yusuf, finish your food, I say. Normally, that is my mother. Sorry, his mother, my wife. But with me, we go happy-go-lucky, pissing off his mother only. And then one of us will be sleeping outside. And normally, me lah. Okay, for me and my wife, our firstborn is quite unique on his own ways. The first unique thing the first unique thing is he was born on 31st December 2018, just an hour away before the new year. And a day after, he was already 1 year old. Normally, when people ask, how old are your kids? Normal people will answer 3 years old, 4 years old, or 5 years old. But for us, especially in January, when others mothers or others parents ask, how old are your kids? And we need to explain, this kid born on 31st December. So now he is 3 years and 2 days only, instead of just said 4 years. Why? Because we scared that some parent misunderstood. Already 4 years old, but he seems so small. Yeah, he only turned 3 years, and the other days he already 4 years. That's why so small. That is his first unique characteristic. Okay. People always say in a man's mind, there's nothing. If we go deep down into a man's mind, you will see, wow, so free. Hello, 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 hello. You can hear the gummer. It's so empty, and maybe you can see one or two shark. I don't know why they are there, but they are there. Man's mind not like a woman's mind. Woman's mind, when you go deep into them, uh, uh, so cramped. Why? Because in woman's mind, you got kids school, lorry, kereta, and many more. So these two people have a very different type of minds. So in Yusuf minds, it works perfectly like a man's mind, which is when his mother scold him, ah, he never done anything. It's like when mother scold him, like, Yusuf, clean up the mess that you make, like clean up your toys. And the comments became like this: processing, and hit my head. So I will be the one that cleaning his mess, cleaning his toys and everything, washing his hand, everything lah. And I think I know what in his mind. I think in his mind is the shark just now, because I caught him sleeping while smiling and said, "Baby shark." No, no, baby shark. So shark, baby shark, and man's minds cannot be separated. That is his second unique things about him, which is a simple-minded boy. So next is friendly and loving. This is why Adam is called Adam Yusuf. He is friendly with everyone and lovely with us. Doesn't matter the one that he knows and the one that he didn't knows. One time that he said hi to a stranger with a kid. And I said hi, hi, and the father also say hi, and the kid also say hi. And he said to me, "That's friends, friends." And I said, "Wow, a new friends, so cool." During that time in a lift. So I think the conversation finished at there. And one times when the kids go out, when the party go out to their house, suddenly he follow them and go into their house and play together. And for me, I mati pull him away from the house. Oh my god. I'm going into stranger house to take out my son from there. That is his third unique characteristic, which is friendly and loving. Throughout the year, his attitude have become more tolerable. I have become more matured. No, 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 just kidding. Kids still kids, but his attitude become tolerable. Yusuf slowly act like a kid matching his own age. After sending him to school, he is now able to wash himself, brushing his own teeth, eat normally, and even sleep at the right time. So that my wife and I had briefly more time to ourselves to doing house chores, having a night movies, and many more. That 3 years that we cannot enjoy. And then his little cute sister is born. And the circle is repeated. So until next time, thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Hushi. You are mute. Sorry.
Sound check. Okay, sound check. Can you hear me online? People, yes, Varun, thanks for the confirmation. Thank you so much to our humorous speaker, Toastmaster Farhan, for sharing with us his perseverance journey in raising up his son. With that, I'd like to invite our second speaker for today, who is Nicholas Chi. He will deliver his presentation, Mastery Level 1 Project for Evaluation and Feedback, first speech. He believes in law of attraction, focusing on positivity and visualizing goals, which inspires him to take action and achieve it. He's an engineer who just realized his goal is to own a training academy by believing in himself and take actions. Let's put our hands to welcome Nicholas. Nicholas, my girlfriend, Nicholas.
Yeah. Recording in progress.
Again.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello.
Anyone here?
Can anyone hear me?
Good. Okay, but I'm giving the sign. Okay.
Okay. This is the first stage. Okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. Let me miss a second. Thank you, Richie, for your kind introductions about myself. I'm Nicholas Chi here. So I'll be doing my first pitch for presentary mastery. Right? Have you ever had a great pleasure meeting someone who is sorry? Yeah. Have you ever have a great pleasure meeting someone who is not only friendly, reliable, and intelligent, but also a great helper? Well, I can confidently say that I have, and I started to like her very much. By the way, she is not my wife. Okay. Please keep this between you and me. I don't allow my wife to know about this. I hope this recording is not on air later. Okay. Fellow Toastmaster and guests, do you know that yesterday, 1st of August, is National Girlfriend Day? In conjunction to this day, I would like to introduce my girlfriends to you all. And this is my girlfriend. No, her name is GP. Anyone have any idea who is this GP? I would like to give a wild guess. No. GP, no. Actually, GP stands for Interactive Personal Partner for You. Still doesn't ring a bell. No. But this, do you know this logo? Okay. So GP, in another word, or we better known her as ChatGPT. Okay. ChatGPT or GP was brought to life in June 2020 by a team of brilliant young engineers from OpenAI. Thanks to the cutting-edge technology, she was able to comprehend human language and respond naturally with highest intelligence, mimicking human conversations. So there's sometimes I feel like, am I really talking to a real person behind the screen? So I started to imagine she was my girlfriend. Okay, so then now let me tell you how this GP has transformed my life. GP or ChatGPT was a great advisor with vast knowledge. Whenever I encountered any doubts on any topic, she was there for me, answering my questions with detailed explanations. Right? With GP, I can ask her anything from complex engineering, mathematical science to historical facts. She was able to answer me in accurate solutions with short time in seconds. Moreover, GP was my great companion. She was available 24/7 to attend my needs wherever or whenever I was, regardless of locations. She also patiently offering her explanations to me repeatedly with various approaches, allowing me to understand what he's trying to deliver completely. She's also never complained, and that's why make me never feel shy to ask her to repeat herself, her explanations, until I understand and grasp the meaning, the concept that she's trying to deliver. But that's not all. GP has proven herself to be a great helper. She actually managed my hectic schedules, helped me to prepare professional emails, documents. In short, she actually streamlined my daily tasks. With GP by my side, I'm able to save my precious time to concentrate on this these more crucial matters and have more time spent with my family. So do you all feel envy of having such an incredible girlfriend in my life? Or you all already have this AI companion in your lives too? You all have, right? In conclusion, in this fast evolving era, it is important for us to keep on pace with the latest trend so that we are not left out, right? Embracing innovative technology like ChatGPT will allow us to have great impact in our life. So let's embrace and welcome the new AI to our life to have a better living experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our second speaker, Nicholas. Very interesting perspective in putting girlfriends in such a way. I have never thought we can have such a boyfriend or girlfriend. I do have one. Not the real one, I mean the ChatGPT, as what is said, and I have never really explored on how to use. Perhaps after your speech, I will look into it, how it can help in my life. So now I'd like to invite our third speaker. She is Lahani Stout from Fast and Furious Toastmasters Club. She's going to deliver her dynamic leadership level 3, negotiate the best outcome. Lahanis, the negotiation south, the call.com. The negotiation south, the call.com. Lahanis.
Okay, thank you. Let me test my mic. Is it audible for the audience, physical audience?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, I'm going to get ready with my speech now. Good day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I am thrilled to share with you the invaluable lessons I have learned about negotiation styles that have significantly impacted modern leadership. The collaborative and compromise negotiation styles, or I call them as call. In our daily life, negotiations is an integral part of our interactions, be it in our personal or professional sphere. It is the art of finding common grounds, resolving conflicts, and achieving win-win outcomes. Do you agree with me, Toastmaster Banu? Yes? Thank you. Now, let me share you a story of how I discovered the importance of this negotiation style in my journey as a leader. I was once entrusted with a groundbreaking project that required not just my skills, but also the magic of collaborations. It was an exciting opportunity, but it also came with its share of challenges. The project involved multiple stakeholders, each with the unique interests and objectives. Navigating through these so-called complexities felt like exploring a labyrinth with potential conflicts lurking in every corner. However, of being discouraged, our team chose different approach. We embrace the collaborative negotiation style where open communication and sincerely listening became our guiding principles. It was like witnessing a mesmerizing dance of ideas with every team member's voice shining brightly, blending together to form a symphony of possibilities. Through collaboration, we didn't just address everyone's concerns, we discovered innovative solutions that feed our wildest imagination. But the journey did not end there. In my personal life, in the other hand, I encountered conditions that impacted not only myself, but also my loved ones. Two conflicted desire clashed Neither side was willing to back down. It was pivotal moments that highlighted the importance of compromise negotiation style. The spirit of compromise was to find the middle ground, graceful dance of empathy, balancing our core needs with genuine willingness to accommodate each other's wishes. Through compromise, we crafted a solution that honored our individuality while nurturing her connections. Therefore, through these real experiences, I came to cherish the profound significance of collaborative and compromise styles in modern leaderships. I mean, the negotiation style. They are not only just mere tactics, they embody the heart of effective leadership. Leadership that values cooperation over competitions, empathy over indifference, and progress over stagnations. In this ever-evolving landscape of modern leaderships, this negotiation style became the backbone of success. They empower us to build bridges, ignite creativity, and nurture meaningful connection with those we love and serve as well. I have come to my end now. So, my dear fellow Toastmaster, let's embark on this adventure together. Let's wholeheartedly embrace the art of negotiation as we shape a future with collaboration and compromise are the guiding lights of modern leadership. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery growth. Together with our shared determinations and spirit of collaboration, we can inspire transformations and make a lasting impact. In every negotiations, ladies and gentlemen, we encounter, let us remember the power of the whole collaborative and compromise as we lead with empathy and understanding and create the world where negotiation become force of positive change. That's all from me. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Best Speech Speaker Toastmaster Lahanis, for sharing with us the negotiation styles. It was very interesting that you put it so calm equivalence to collaborative and compromising. I never thought of it. I thought it was some website thingy with www.com, something like that. But you turned it around to put it in a nice story. Thank you very much for sharing with us. Now is the highlight of the meeting is our evaluation session, whereby I'd like to invite our distinguished Toastmaster 3 as our general evaluator to lead this session. When I asked her, what does she believes in? She said, integrity and hard work is the key to happiness and fulfillment. I was like, wow, what a profound statement. She's 3 distinguished Toastmaster from Bukit Serang Toastmasters Club. A little personal note from me to all of you. I have known her for, yes, thanks for the highlight. I've known her for a couple of years, I think. I can't really recall. And I always admire her evaluation style, which is very genuine and sincere. And she always gives us practical tips to improve ourselves to become our best self. And before I invite to her, thanks to David, let us vote your favorite prepared speech speaker, whereby our Zoom master has put it up on the slides. We have 3 prepared speech speakers. Please vote for your favorite prepared speech speaker. You can scan the QR code And the Slido.com magic number is on the screen. Are you able to scan the QR code and log into Slido to vote? 3%, yes, there are only 3 prepared speech speakers this round. The first one is Farhan, the second one is Nicholas, the third one is Bahanes. I'll give you all a bit of time to vote. I can see some discussion going on to vote. It's like election. Who shall we vote? Yes, the second prepared speech speaker is Nicholas. Yes, you're right. Yes. Okay. Okay, I can see all of you are ready. Let us put our hands together to welcome distinguished Toastmaster 3 to lead this session.
Thank you, our Madam Toastmaster of the evening, for your very generous introduction. I would like now to share a bit about how am I going to conduct these sessions. For the table topics evaluator, I shall give some feedback along the way on respective role players. At this moment, I would like to first invite the evaluators, the project evaluators, to give their presentation. Subsequently will be a technical evaluators, and then it will be my report. I would like to first invite our first evaluator for Farhan, Banu, our presentation Mastery 1 Achiever. Over to you, Banu, for your presentation.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Can you all hear me? Okay. So today I'm evaluating a speech from Azrin Farhan, level 1, project 1, on his speech titled Adam Yusuf. So I thought I'll be sharing Farhan's strength as well as recommendation for him to consider to help him grow as a speaker. So first of all, Farhan, I think you delivered your speech with poise and humor, and you have definitely met the speech objective, which is to write a speech with a defined objective and also present a well-organized speech. And the topic that you have chosen is about your son, Adam Yusuf. So you showed us a picture of your son and you introduced us to your son. So I really liked that, you showed the picture of your son and you spoke about him. And also you shared about his uniqueness. So you gave us a few of his uniqueness. First of all, being born on 31st December 2018. So it was really unique. And what I also like about your speech is that, Farhan, you have injected humor throughout your speech. So you were saying that you will be sleeping outside. And also you said your son is more matured. And then you said, just kidding. And I also liked, you mentioned some Malay words, I mati-mati, go out to pull him out from the neighbor's house. And Farhan, some areas that you might want to consider to work on as you move on in your speech. So you spoke about man's mind, and also you spoke about woman's mind, and then you spoke about Adam being simple-minded. So I thought initially it was a little bit confusing. It was not that clear. So probably you might want to speak about Adam's mind, how is it, and then relate back to you and probably relate back to men, the way men think in a simple manner as compared to women who are more complex, and how you get along very well with Adam on that particular perspective. And also Adam, and also Farhan, I keep saying your son's name, Adam. I think I really, got into that. So I would also say that, another recommendation is that you can try to minimize using some of the Malay words that you use, la and so on. So you probably may want to, look into that. And also I noticed that in terms of your speech, you may want to show some hand gestures, and probably because you're online, so there's a limited gesture, so you're not able to show. So probably that's something that you want to work on and make sure that you're more visible in terms of your setup. And that's about it really, Farhan. Overall, I think you met your objective and you did very well, and keep on persevering in terms of delivering your speech. Thank you, Farhan.
Thank you very much, Banu, for your evaluation. I like it very much because it's clear. At the same time, you have given how well, but before I say Adam, how well Farhan have delivered, because you have influenced me in a poised way, as well as also able to inject humor. And you are able to give some examples of the humor that he have injected in the speech. At the same time, you observe whether he has used his body gesture while he's speaking. That is very good observation as well. Perhaps I would like to add one or two things. One important thing is the speech objective. He is either to inform us about something, to persuade us to do something, or to entertain us, or to inspire us. So in this speech, easy way for Farhan is to inform us about his son. At the same time, to some extent, use the entertaining techniques through his humor. So this is what Farhan has done. So for him to be able to nail that speech objective of informing us about his son, he can round up his speech at the end is, this is my son, Adam. This is how interesting he is with me. So in a way, he has a purpose here to inform us. How do he feel about his son? And how did he had benefited from the relationship with the son? So if he round up in his conclusion, he's moving to that end actually. So to make the speech purpose even clearer and communicate it the audience better, he can say how the son had benefited him through that lovely relationship and character as well. Okay, thank you for your evaluation. I shall now move on to the second evaluator. Nice to see Tai Lun again. Tai Lun, over to you to evaluate Nicholas.
Thank you, general evaluators. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Nicholas for completing this project speech. When I first received your evaluation form, the first thing that caught my attention was actually the title. It was a very catchy title, My Friend. To be honest, I actually have been wrapping my head around the title in the last 2 days. And today, finally, you share with us your girlfriends. In fact, I think it's actually a very unconventional way of how you sharing with us your girlfriend. I think you started very well by creating a suspense, because you told us that even though she was your girlfriend, but she wasn't your wife, and you urged us not to tell this secret to your wife. And subsequently, you dropped the bombshell. So your girlfriend was actually an AI, artificial intelligence, and her name is Grippy. I think well done. I think it clearly shows that you are a great storyteller. So moving on, I think there's another strength that very much worth highlighting here is that you have used this presentation software very well. I think that's very exemplary as a working professionals, but you never overdo that. So what you have done very nicely is that you use photographs. The photos are grippy, but you never overdo it. So you show us a very impactful photos with very little words. I think I can see it at the bottom there. Maybe you're highlighting a few keywords. So that's very nice because not only it can help to capture the audiences, I think naturally would like beautiful things, nice photos. It caught my attention, but at the same time, you never would do it in the sense that it didn't steal my attention away. At the same time, the limelight is still you, because you still remain to be the center stage of the presentations. I think that's very nicely done. And the second strength that I have observed is that I think you are a very confident speakers. And I think you has done it in a few manners. So let me highlight one of it. I think by being a confident speaker, I'm actually referring to that you are able to inject humors in your speech. So that's not easy to be done, because a lot of presenters are nervous. They can't really crack jokes. I think you have done it very nicely. Yeah, then the jokes seem of like flow very nicely with stories, and then we can relate and can actually we take your jokes lands well. In other words, also I think you also engage the audience by asking us questions. But something to remind you is that you are also have a pool of online audience, but I think we feel a bit disengaged because you didn't really ask us, because the way they will respond is actually through dropping the hand gestures. But anyway, well done. You have done your best to engage with this audience. So if I were to give you a few points for improvement, I think to focus on your hand gestures. I can see there's a lot of hand gestures open and close. I think that happened to me as well. Yeah, I was reminded this by Jen last time. So try to stand still when you're delivering a strong points, because you'll get distracted when you keep on turning left, right, and front and forth like that. Because try to perhaps change your posture or give an impactful gesture when you are transitioning, when you're moving on to the next point. Because when there's too much gesture, that actually is counterproductive, I would say. Yeah, that's overall, I think well done. I can see that you are a very good storyteller. I must say that every day you never fail to amaze us with different stories, even different speeches. So congratulations. I think that's all for me. Back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Tylon, for your evaluation. I think you will point out the strength of strength of Nicholas very well, both in the context of the ability to interact, at the same time as well inject humor into the speech. Also, his very authentic way in the context of topic, as well as in the context of the way he approached in presenting his speech, using interaction, humor, as well as very good visual tools. Very good evaluation on that and very good observations. Something that I would like to add in, and perhaps you might like to consider in your future evaluation, is you were telling him about he did not take the interactive activities to a next level of watching the response and tap onto that response to continue his speech. Give him some example. For example, he asked, how many have explored? I believe you had not explored into this. Those who have explored, please raise your hand. Then he can get, then he don't need to say those who didn't explore, no need to raise your hand. He can continue from there. Oh, okay, in that case, I will give you more detail about this. So this is some example you can give it to him. The second thing is about his conclusion, because he has given us three things: excellent advisors, great companion, as well as excellent helper. So how did he relate to this? What benefit he has gained? He can then tell one or two examples. Maybe he has got in promotion in his job since he get to know ChatGPT. Then in that case, he's able to round up the speech much better. So with that, I would like to thank you for the evaluation. I would like to now move on to the next evaluator. Nonetheless, is me for Nish. Hi. I love your speech. Wonderful. You come up with full animation, with a very active voice that holds my attention throughout the speech. At the same time, I love your command of the English. You are really good in using words to the extent that you can, in fact, describe every of the emotion, every of the benefits, every of the approach using different and very good, what do you call these, descriptive words. For example, mesmerizing, blending together. At the same time, also evolving scheme of whatever. So those are all very beautiful descriptive words that really ring to the ears and definitely catch the attention of the audience. At the same time, you have a lovely smile. The minute you come up to the screen, you are smiling already. So people will love to see you. And that in itself is also one very strong way to engage and hold the audience along the way. Like now, look, lovely smile, beautiful. Now, you have very good speaking skills, not afraid, confident. And then as well also, you speak fluently with clarity. Of course, apart from that, also that good command of the English shown through the usage of the descriptive words. So one or two things that I would like to maybe suggest to you is tell us about how did that collaborative negotiation happen? Give us one example. For example, it's collaborative. How did you work with your colleagues? Maybe say to stay back for that particular day to do overtime. So how did you start the collaborative part? Maybe you say, you ask the question about, if she stay back, how it would affect her. So how could at your end able to facilitate her to cooperate for that? The other one is a compromise. If it is a compromise negotiation, she might say, I do the first half, you do the second half, or you do this, I do it here, you do it at home. So you can give example of this kind. That would then definitely help you to take your speech to the next level. So thank you for a very good speech. We look forward to a more elevated speech another round. So I would like to now move on to invite, do you all need to vote for the best evaluator? Yep, can I leave it to whoever is in charge to do the voting? So while we are waiting for the voting, I would like to carry on. Is that okay for everybody? Good, okay. I would like to first now invite the language evaluator, Edward, to deliver his language report. Over to you, Edward.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So I will start with my grammar's report. So the word of the day, perseverance, was not used a lot, but there are some people who actually use it. For instance, Hui Chi, she used it once. Yongshan, she used it once. And Pani Banu, she used it once. So congratulations to all these three people for using the word of the day, perseverance. Up next, some mispronounced words or words which are not used correctly, in my opinion. I shall just state what was incorrect and also the correction to it. So the first one would be, it makes us confident. It makes us more confident. Since I was 2 years back, since 2 years ago, I go to a new place. I started working at a new workplace. You have to be confident. You have to be confident. Officially make our meeting done. Officially call this meeting to order. Impromptuly speaking, practice impromptu speaking skills. Growing up the baby, raising the child. I quickly link up. I promptly relate the two scenarios. Start from scratch. My dad worked night shift. My dad worked during the night shift. Did the first step. Took the first step. Thank you for the agenda of program. Thank you for allowing me to participate in this session. Movie make me more relaxed when watching movies make me feel more relaxed. Story short, long story short, you can put for yourself, you can vote for yourself. This is my firstborn kid. This is my firstborn child. Let's go play outside. Let's go play outside. You can hear the gummer, you can hear the echo. To do house chores, to doing house chores, to do house chores. The circle is repeated, the cycle is repeated. And finally, good sentences, word and expression. I only detected one, which is Hui Shi. word or sentence which you used for which was excellent in my opinion was pragmatic evaluation. Thank you. That's basically all I have to say. Back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Edward. I shall now move on to invite our R-Counter, Derry, to deliver his R-Counter report.
So for the speaker, Tyrone, 4R, 1 Nis, 2N, 3R, Shafnil, 4R, NG, 3R, Suren, 1N, 3R, Banu, 1N, 4 So, 12R, 3M, Yongshan, 6R, 4M, and Pahan, 1 Light, 1N, 1 So, 2R, Nicholas, 1 So, 6R. Okay, for the guest, Talina, 3R, 1M, Ellen, 1N, 4R, 3M. That's it.
Thank you very much, Derry. Very clear and detailed R-Counter report that shows that you have given a lot of concentrations as well as attention to prepare for this report. Thank you for that. I would like to now invite our timer, Manisa, to deliver her timer's report. Over to you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. This is my time report for President address. It's 4 minutes 42 seconds. Toastmaster of the day, Hui Chi, took 13 minutes. Table topic student to 20 minutes 2 seconds. Susei topic table topics evaluator was on time 5 minutes. Grammarian 2 minutes 25 seconds. R-Counter 1 minute. For table topic speaker, Banu took 2 minutes 17 seconds. Dongshan 2 minutes 15 seconds. David took 2 minutes 30 seconds. Darina 50 seconds. Ellen 2 minutes 15 seconds. Overall, are all on time. For prepared speech, Farhan took 8 minutes 30 seconds. Nicholas 6 minutes 26 seconds. Lahanis 5 minutes 50 seconds. And for speech evaluation, Banu took 3 minutes 40 seconds. Tyler 3 minutes 35 seconds. Troy 2 minutes 30 seconds. And for timer, I'm taking 1 minute 30 seconds. Thank you.
Vanessa, you're on time. That helps a lot for the timing. Thank you for the timer's report. I shall now move on to the general evaluator's report. First, I would like to talk about the meeting. I think everything is set up well when I come in. At the same time, the SAA, who is Sashmil, am I right in pronouncing your words, your names? He's doing a very interesting icebreaker exercise. I think that in itself warmed the session up well. This is the first time I see the SAA doing, as a general evaluator, doing the icebreaking exercise. And it's an extra asset for Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club. Thank you, Sashmil, for that very interesting icebreaking exercise. And I know that you are a good speaker. Of course, you are able to manage the session very well. I shall now move on to Angie's president address. Angie have acknowledged the guest at her beginning and then talk about the theme of the meeting, the magic of believing. So she tells us about the story, which in itself make the meeting atmosphere sustain along the way, because story always light up our heart. And also she in some way introduced herself through that context as well, for us to get to know her very well. Better, not very, very well, better. So that is a very good technique to deliver her president address. Angie would be a lot more interesting if Angie is more familiar with the whole protocol of the president's speech. That means calling the meeting to order, at the same time giving a message to the club, what should they do for the meeting, for example. So one example of giving that is believe in yourself in making this meeting a very successful one through very active participations. Perhaps that's one message that you can send to the overall audience along the way so that we know what to do. And then also the role players know how to go together with you. In fact, you can even do that before the meeting, at a short discussion with the team of role players. That will help a great deal. But what I love very much is you stabilize the meeting with your very consistent, well-paced speech, words, in order to attract or keep the attention of the meeting, as well as stabilize the meeting as it begins and go along the way. So congratulations for that very good asset. Please exercise it more and bring Klang Bilingual to the next level. For Hui Chi is always a very, what we call seasoned speaker. Wherever she goes, she's clear, absolute, very systematic, and she follows the protocol through properly. So introducing Klang Bilingual, at the same time, the flow of the meeting and the role players. Very, very well done. So one thing that I look forward to Hui Chi, given to that hard work that she had put in to ask about what, how, and the way that we want to be introduced. So she can use more of this exercise in order to introduce, including her club members, well, from one person to another. Then it itself will lighten and give better, even stronger atmosphere to the meeting along the way. This is something that I could suggest to Hui Chi as she go along, doing the Toastmaster of the evening as a role model for the club members. The evaluators, I given the feedback already. For the table topics evaluator, Susei is my very good friend, as well as I used to call him brother, and he used to call me in the Malay name as Kak. So he has always been very seasoned when he's giving evaluations. So tonight, the speaker is also doing well. So there's a lot that we can compliment the speaker. So one thing that I would like to point out for the table topics session is the organization of the speech. That means the evaluation, one part is on delivery skill, the second part is on the content. Definitely, Susei has given the content of the speech, like good beginning, at the same time, the good way of giving examples. All this he has done it. He has also given examples like for the presentation part of it, Yun Sun talking about 2 rows in 1 leg each. He has actually pointed that out. But one thing I wish Susei would have done, or any other table topics evaluator have done, is about example of organizing the speech. Like for example, David's speech, he was talking about new birth, nurturing, and give life. So he talked about the 3 things that he had taught his son. So in that case, through the father's experience, he would like to now be a dad to give a new birth, nurture the son well, give life to him through the 3 things that he had done for his son. So he can link this together. I mean, in a way, the way that he has stayed with his son, give him the new life. The ways that that means he moved away from the dad and he has new birth for himself. Subsequently, he, through the nurturing of his son, give him new life. So once he do that in the conclusion, the whole speech is aligned already consistently, and he has delivered a very strong message. So this is one way how a table topics evaluator can benefit, give more beneficial evaluation for the table topic speaker. So with that, I would like to now talk a bit about the technical role players. They have done their job, even doing it according to the protocol. So congratulations for that. I have nothing much to talk about it. For the meetings, just now I said is set up well. At the same time, every role players have done their part to bring the meeting in a smooth flow. And I love the speaker, a wonderful speech. I love the authenticity of Farhan. I love the way that Nicholas has used his innovativeness in delivering authenticity in using the topics, as well as the approach of interactive questioning that make his speech very interesting. And the speech, of course, we hear very good words from Nis, as well as also the wonderful friendliness, as well as also the smooth clarity in her speaking. Lovely. So that in itself already make the light beautiful on top of the role players' good contribution to the meeting. So I would like to say thank you very much for inviting me to these sessions. And I probably would think that it is fair only if I leave with 1 or 2 comments on how far the club can go further with 1 or 2 adjustments. So one of it maybe is the slides. I'm not very sure why it keep going back to the home screen. There's one part that maybe you want to look at. The other part is about what you call it? Maybe put the pepper topic speaker's name into the chat group, so it's easier for others to follow because we are interchanging from online and then to the physical. So that one may cause a bit of confusions, or maybe there's a lag there when the speaker come out to speak. So these are the 2 things that I would like to suggest to the club to look at. So with that, I thoroughly enjoyed the meeting with good role players, good speakers, at the same time, a meeting well run. Thank you very much for inviting me. Good night. I'm not leaving, I just said, have a good night.
Thank you very much for our distinguished Toastmaster Trey. I always love her analytical evaluation. It's always straight to the point and straight to the heart. Thank you very much for that. Now we would like to vote for your favorite evaluator. Just now we have 3 amazing evaluators. The first one is Manu, the second one is Tyloo, TL, and the third one is our general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Trey. I'll give you all some time to vote. In our club, we acknowledge the effort of the evaluator who is evaluation. So we do give them a chance. What I think our typical evaluator also did it, right? So say I'm not sure. Yes, okay, thanks. All right, there are 4, and of course our table topic evaluators to say in this as well. I see all of you have done this. We have ribbons. Are we giving ribbons this round, Madam Secretary? Yes. Yes. Okay. Just want to confirm that. Yes. For the best speakers, we have ribbons coming all the way from United States. So now is the most exciting time because we'll be giving away the awards. And I'm giving a bit of time for our Zoom master who is working diligently behind the computer to update the slides. And while she's preparing for it, I'd like to invite our Madam President to the stage to give away the ribbon. First of all, we have best table topic speaker who is from Rome.
Can I give this ribbon to the second best because I'm the most experienced, so it won't be fair for me to get the best ribbon. Who's the second one?
It's the second highest score. You all didn't let it, and it's still in the record. Suren look a bit nervous now. There's nobody behind me. Second. Second highest. Hold on.
Okay, just practice.
Yes, it's good to This is the ribbon for the recognition of the winning of the table topics. We can put the picture into the picture. Okay, thank you very much. And now, who is the best prepared speech speaker for this?
Thanks.
Take picture together.
One, two, three. One, two.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Nicholas.
Thanks.
And now we have best speech evaluator. He's not here. Pass it to him. Okay, our diligent president will pass it in. Yeah. Online to him. And we have our appreciation to our general evaluator who is working very hard behind the scenes. Distinguished Toastmaster 3. Can we have Shasmir to take the
I'll take the photo. Can someone please spotlight our GE? Spotlight.
Spotlight. Can you spotlight our G and
Yeah, I can take online. It's okay. Just spotlight that I can. All right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay. Done. Thank you.
Thank you so much to everyone for active participation. I believe we have learned a lot from the speakers and evaluators in terms of the magic of believing. Remember your homework tonight. Go back and think what identity you want to have. Remember that.
Batman identity.
Sorry?
Batman. Rich.
Batman's rich. Yes, you'll become rich. I believe you are already rich. Okay, you want to become richer. All right. I'm happy to be your MC for today, and I'm signing off as your Toastmasters of today. I'd like to hand it over to our better president. Over to you. I would like to thank you again for coming for this meeting, and I would like to thank you for all my role players here. Some of them immediately say yes to me, because some of our role players who couldn't make it, and I was thank you for them without saying no to me, and then just accept on the last minute meeting to take the role. There is Darren art counter, and it's the first time for him to be an art counter. Thank you so much. And another role player that is taking emergency is our timer, Melissa, would like to help us immediately. That team, as a meeting, we need their role players to make it successfully, smoothly. Without them, it's hard for us to in time, and we can get our correction from what we are listening to them, like we know when we talk, we have so we can correct it back. And I believe with their support, this meeting is going smoothly, and I'll thank you again, our GE, try to give us a very good
feedback so we can get more better for our meeting after this. And I would like to have some announcement. Yeah, our next meeting will be on 16th, and we are doing hybrid also. The timing is correct. The timing is the same, 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. Our title is Today Version, Tomorrow Realities. So I hope if anyone would like to join us again, please fix the date and time and join us. Thank you again. I will call the meeting urgent now. By now. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Okay.
Good night.
Thank you, Nace. I hope I can see you again more in our
Sure,
club.
sure. I would love to be in this club again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tegum and Aditya and Char. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye. Awesome meeting. Thumbs up.
Yeah, see
Thank
you.
you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Dalian.
Yeah.
And there's Selma. I don't know who is that. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Manisa. For the next meeting.
Thank you so much. No, and they we see yes, right.